Once upon a time, there was a beautiful garden filled with colorful flowers. Among them, there was a unique plant known as Heliotropium. It was different from the others as it had the ability to move towards the sun during the day. The plant's behavior fascinated the garden owner, and he would sit for hours watching it. He realized that the plant would follow the sun's path across the sky, which led to its other name, Turnsole, mentioned in Greek mythology. As the garden became the talk of the town, people started to visit it. Many would observe the Heliotropium and try to capture its movements. However, during one of these visits, a visitor brought along their pet, a little puppy. While playing around in the garden, the puppy suddenly started chewing on the Heliotropium leaves and flowers. Unknown to the owner or the visitor, the plant was highly toxic to dogs. After a few days, the puppy started to show signs of illness and refused to eat. The owner took the puppy to the vet, who immediately suspected the Heliotropium poisoning. The vet explained that, like other animals, dogs and cats were susceptible to the plant's pyrrolizidine alkaloids that could lead to severe liver damage. The owner was heartbroken but grateful that the vet had saved the puppy's life. From that day on, the garden owner made sure to keep Heliotropium out of reach of any visitors' pets. He spread the word among the community about the plant's toxicity and warned people to be careful. As for the little puppy, it made a full recovery and never went near the Heliotropium again. The Heliotropium might be fascinating to watch, but it's crucial to remember that it can be harmful to our furry friends. Hence, we must be careful and ensure that they are not exposed to it. Heliotropes are a fascinating group of plants with a lot of interesting history. The popular garden heliotrope is just one of many different species, and some of them are considered weeds while others are actually toxic. In fact, the plant's pyrrolizidine alkaloids can even be hepatotoxic if ingested in large quantities, leading to several dog fatalities in the past. This may surprise some people, since the plant also attracts certain butterflies, such as male queen butterflies, with its alkaloids. However, horses, swine, and cattle can also be poisoned if the plant contaminates hay. But that's not all there is to heliotrope. The caterpillars of the grass jewel butterfly actually feed on H. strigosum, making this plant an important source of food for these insects. Additionally, the sap from heliotrope flowers was once used as a food coloring in Middle Ages and early modern French cuisine. Even music has been inspired by heliotrope, with the popular ragtime piano melody, Heliotrope Bouquet, written in 1907. Lastly, the purplish facial rash of dermatomyositis is actually named heliotrope rash, as it resembles the appearance of E. arborescens, another species of heliotrope. Southern Europe also grows garden heliotrope to be used as an ingredient for perfume, making this plant even more fascinating and versatile than many might have thought. Once upon a time, there was a genus of plants called Heliotropium that had its three major clades with centers of diversity in South America. However, the remaining Old World Heliotropium clade was traced back to a single colonization event from the New World. Researchers noticed that there was a single characteristic long deletion from a deletion event that was unique to the genome of Old World Heliotropium species, distinguishing them from their New World counterparts. The diversification of Heliotropium was believed to be attributed to the early Andean uplift. 3 independent diversification events per Andean Heliotropium phylogeny led to the separation of Heliothamnus, Cochrania, and Turnifortia from Heliotropium. Heliothamnus was the only clade whose divergence was directly attributed to the Andes uplift that resulted in speciation in high-elevation environments and valleys. Cochrania and Turnifortia, on the other hand, experienced no significant speciation before the main Andes rise. After the Andes rise, Cochrania's range was confined to the range west of the Andes, while Turnifortia grew on the eastern side. The Andes rise, along with the hyperaridity of the Atacama Desert, acted as additional barriers, promoting Cochrania speciation. Also, the elevation differences acted as barriers that helped promote speciation in Turnifortia species, as large groups within Turnifortia were well adapted to high elevation environments. Today, the East-West division still exists in the distribution of Cochrania and Tournefortia. The endemic Heliothamnus taxa in the region reflect its diversification in the late Miocene. Overall, Heliotropium's diversification is a fascinating story of how geography and environment played a significant role in shaping the evolution of a plant genus.
Do you want to explore more Greek mythology stories? Who do you want to see featured next? Subscribe and leave a comment below to let me know. I'll see you in the next video.